you guys? It's your girl Diana back at you with another YouTube video. Earlier today we got a brand new Scarlet and Violet trailer and I actually uploaded my initial reaction to the trailer and it was a lot. We got so many things thrown at us and got basically zero information, so I'm gonna do the dirty work for you and hop over to the Scarlet and Violet website to see what's really going on and see if we can dig out some actual info from what we got thrown at us in the trailer today. So if you're interested in that, keep on watching, give this video a thumbs up if you're a Pokemon fan so we can push it out into the YouTube algorithm, and of course subscribe if you haven't because I post all kinds of cool content on here. But let's go hop over and see what we can find out. So I wanted to start off by looking into the new Pokemon that were introduced because they were literally thrown at us so fast and we got like zero info on them. So let's see what we can find out. Okay, Armarouge. I want to say that it's probably Armarouge. You will be able to encounter Armarouge in Pokemon Scarlet, so this is one of the game exclusive Pokemon. Fire Warrior Pokemon. It's a fire and psychic type. Okay, oh, look at that. Same height as me, 4'11", and its ability is Flash Fire. Its armor is the source of its psychic power. Armarouge's set of armor belonged to a distinguished warrior and is the source of the energy used for its psychic type moves. It also uses the psychic capabilities of this armor to control the fire energy within its body and unleash attacks. It lives by the principles of a fair fight. Armarouge believes in a fair fight and will challenge an opponent head on no matter how much stronger the opponent is. It specializes in using its sturdy armor to bolster its defense and take down enemies with its high fire power. It's giving Chihuahua, it's giving little dog syndrome and not knowing when to size up an opponent, but okay. A move Armarouge can learn, Armor Cannon. Armor Cannon is a fire type special move in which Armarouge moves both its pauldrons to its hands and puts its arms together to form a cannon, allowing it to shoot its own armor out as blazing projectiles. This is one of the more powerful moves that Armarouge can learn, but it lowers Armarouge's defense and special defense stats in exchange for that power. This thing literally like launches its armor as an attack. Interesting. Okay. The other Pokemon is obviously the Violet exclusive, which is Surledge? I would assume that's how you pronounce that. Surledge. If it's not how you pronounce it, nobody come for me. Category is Fire Blades Pokemon. It is a fire ghost, which I love that since Chandelure is one of my favorite Pokemon, and Flash Fire is its ability. Its flaming great swords absorb life energy. Cerulege dons an old set of armor steeped in grudges and wields blades made of fire and ghost energy. In battle, these blades transform into great swords to increase Cerulege's power. Cuts from these great swords leave wounds from which life energy will flow. Willing to do anything to win. Cerulege prefers close quarters combat and isn't above using tactics such as sneak attacks and surprise attacks to win a battle. Okay, so literally like the opposite. It uses its quick movements to capitalize on its opponent's blind spots, then closes the distance to slash its opponent with its large blades. A move Cerulege can learn, Bitter Blade. Bitter Blade is a fire-type physical move that gathers the lingering regrets of the fallen into Cerulege's swords, allowing it to focus that bitterness into a slashing attack. The swords then absorb life energy from wounds they made, and the user's HP is restored by up to half the damage taken by the target. Oh, I like that move. That's a good move. What the heck? This thing is sick. Okay, what the heck? Maybe I need to play Violet first now. I kind of want this thing. It's kind of cool. Okay, and then the last one that we were introduced to was Klawf. I think it's Klawf because it's got claws, but like I said, if I pronounce it wrong, I'm sorry. A Pokemon with powerful claws. Wow. Great description. Category is Ambush Pokemon. It's a rock type, which is interesting since it's literally a crab. You would expect it to be a water type. And then ability is Anger Shell and Shell Armor. Spinning eyes that leave no blind spots. All right. Klawf can rotate its protruding eyeballs to see everything around it, eliminating all blind spots. It latches upside down onto cliffs to ambush its prey from above. However, Klawf eventually gets dizzy from the blood rushing to its head, so it can't stay upside down for too long. Claws that are both strong and dexterous. Klawf's claws can hold onto things very tightly, not letting prey go once within its grasp. It uses one claw to hold its opponent in place while using the other to break its guard and hit it where it hurts. Even if Cloth loses a claw in battle or elsewhere, it will grow back after a while. I'm pretty sure real crabs do that, right? I feel like I heard that on like Discovery Channel or something. In certain parts of the Paldea region, cloth claws are considered a valuable cooking ingredient. Okay, this is literally like, since when are people eating Pokemon in the games? Like, what? I mean, I know they like mentioned eating Pokemon in the anime, like here and there, but like, what? They eat these things? Ability, Anger Shell. Cloth's Anger Shell ability is making its first appearance in the Pokemon series. When Cloth's HP drops to half or less, the Pokemon gets angry. This lowers its defense and special defense stats, but boosts its special attack and speed stats. Okay, cool, so we get a new ability, Anger Shell. All right, so we got a little bit more info on the 3 new Pokemon that were introduced to us. Let's see if we can get a little more insight into like the actual gameplay that we saw. Let's go! A handy feature for exploring the Paldea region. Tell your Pokemon to go adventure. You can have one Pokemon out and walking with you in the Paldea region's great outdoors. Okay, so Pokemon follow you like usual. When you have a Pokemon exploring with you in the field, you can use the Let's Go feature to send that Pokemon off in the direction that you indicate. The Pokemon you send out then independently picks up the items in the area and even has auto battles with nearby Pokemon. Yo, what? Okay, so apparently the Pokemon that follows you, if you want to like send it off in a certain direction to go like find items, it can also have like auto battles with other Pokemon, which I don't really like. What is the point of that? Like, is this gonna be something that you can do to level up your Pokemon that are like under leveled and that you don't want to grind? Or I don't know. I feel like we need a little bit more info on that, but it kind of reminds me of when in Pokemon Go you increase your friendship level with your buddy and it brings you gifts that have like certain items in them, and it also helps you catch Pokemon when you are throwing like the balls. So maybe they're trying to do a spin-off of that, because that's kind of what it's like reminding me of. So what are auto battles? Auto battles are a new way of battling that can be activated by using the Let's Go feature. Doing so will send out a Pokemon to battle wild Pokemon without needing orders from its trainer. Your Pokemon can be sent into an auto battle against any wild Pokemon you see in the field, and it can even find Pokemon to engage in auto battles on its own. When your Pokemon is out and engaging in auto battles, you can do what you want, stay by its side to watch over it, or try looking for items nearby. By defeating wild Pokemon in auto battles, your Pokemon can also earn items and experience points. Master using this feature to explore every nook and cranny of the vast Paldea region with your Pokemon. Yeah, this makes me think that maybe it's just supposed to help, like if you're trying to level up your Pokemon and grind their levels so that you can use them in battle or whatever, but that's interesting. Your own story woven through your treasure hunt. The school that you've enrolled in hosts a special independent study project. The theme of this assignment is a treasure hunt. Explore the world and seek out your very own treasure. Okay, so we're getting more information on the treasure hunt part of the game. 3 stories will be woven into your adventure while traversing the sprawling Paldea region. Along Victory Road, you will go to gyms in different locations in order to achieve champion rank, so like any other Pokemon game. On the Path of Legends, you can join Arvin in search of rare ingredients. And in the Starfall Street, what are these emotes? Like what is the point of this? Okay. And in Starfall Street, you'll challenge Team Star, a group of delinquents causing trouble for the school. These stories are set in an open world, so where you go is all up to you. A world teeming with Pokemon and people to meet is waiting for you. Traverse the Paldea region wherever your heart desires. Okay, let's find out a little bit more about Victory Road, your path to champion rank. There are 8 Pokemon gyms in different locations throughout Paldea, all managed by the Pokemon League. If a trainer makes their way to the gyms, defeats all the gym leaders, and then passes the champion assessment at the Pokemon League headquarters, they can earn the coveted champion rank. After accepting Nemona's suggestion to become a champion-ranked trainer, you too will be able to visit the 8 Pokemon gyms scattered across the region. The first trial of the gyms, the gym test. At a Pokemon gym, you must first pass a gym test before you'll be allowed to challenge the gym leader, which I love. I think that's very clever, and I love that they're like continuing on that kind of theme, because I think that just makes it a little more fun, a little more fresh. The contents of these gym tests are unique to each gym, but through them you might come to learn about more customs and unique features of each city and town, as well as what kind of people the gym leaders are. Miss Gita? Gita. I want to assume that it's pronounced Gita because it's two E's, so Miss Gita, chairwoman of the Pokemon League. Gita is the chairwoman of the Pokemon League, which operates Paldea's Pokemon gyms. Among the region's champions, she reigns supreme as the most skilled trainer of all. Though mild-mannered, Gita still has a commanding presence, and it's said that anyone who calls themselves a Pokemon trainer looks up to her. It appears that she is looking for an exceptional young talent capable of conquering the Pokemon League. I kind of like her design. She got some good hair. Brassius, gym leader of the Artisan team. Brassius is the gym leader of Artisana, a town that's alive with flowers and art. Okay, it is a play on artisan. He specializes in using grass-type Pokemon, is known as the Verdant Virtuoso. I'm gonna assume that this is the first gym that you come across in the region if you do take on the gym challenge, especially since they already showed him in the trailer as being a grass-type specialist, so I feel like they wouldn't really reveal someone later on in the game. Gym leader Brassius treats Pokemon battles as works of art and is always in search of artistic quality, using his gym test to help judge a trainer's aesthetic sensibilities. His piece de resistance, Surrendering Sunflora, is a statue installation depicting adorable Sunflora with somber expressions. Just what these Sunflora are surrendering to is a topic of debate among connoisseurs. Okay, so he's a little bit of a sad boy. He's got some sad Sunfloras and some sad art pieces, but okay, alright. Search for yerba? I feel like this is supposed to be like yerba because it's supposed to be Spanish, but I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell that. I could be wrong because I suck at spelling in English and in Spanish, but for the sake of this, I'm gonna call it yerba mystica because yerba sounds weird. So search for yerba mystica on the path of legends. Arvin's research into healthy recipes for Pokemon has led him to seek out rare ingredients called yerba mystica, which are said to immediately restore health once eaten. Okay, so these are like healing items, it seems like. Yerba Mystica are extremely rare herbs that can only be found in Paldea. They are guarded by Titan Pokemon, which are bigger and stronger than ordinary Pokemon. Okay, so it kind of sounds like alphas, but I could be wrong because alphas also have glowing eyes and stuff, so I don't know. Let me know what you guys think about the Titan Pokemon, making these rare herbs even more difficult to obtain. What's more, a number of these Titan Pokemon have already been sighted in the region. Since Arvin isn't good at Pokemon battles, he'll be asking you to help him out. He's like, you do the dirty work, I'm gonna just cook you some food. And will even offer to treat you to some of his handmade dishes if you two succeed in obtaining these rare herbs. Drive back tough opponents and gather the Yerba Mystica together with Arvin. I still don't like that they're talking about how they can use Cloth's claws as ingredients. Like, why are we eating Pokemon? So I'm assuming that these are just gonna be like big boss Pokemon that you have to fight in order to get your prize, or your herb in this case. Now let's learn a little bit more about our evil team, Team Star. Face off the school's troublemakers in Starfall Street. The stars, the literal star emojis are killing me. Like, what's happening? Team Star was formed by the school's most rebellious students and is made up of several squads. Each squad is led by its own boss. Okay, so we're getting more than one boss. So it's not just gonna be the one that we saw in the trailer, it's gonna be multiple. Each with their own base scattered across the Paldea region. These class-cutting delinquents cause trouble for all those around them, giving the Academy's students and teachers a hard time by disturbing the peace and using pushy recruitment tactics. Oh no. March up their bases and face off against the troublemaking Team Star. Make your way into Team Star's bases to take down their bosses. When you go to take on each squad's base, Team Star's many grunts will send out a relentless barrage of Pokemon that get in your way. By defeating enough of the grunts' Pokemon within a given time limit, you'll be able to challenge their boss to a battle. Engage in auto battles, a convenient feature that's new to these titles, to overcome the unending barrage of Team Star's grunts and their Pokemon. Note, the uniforms worn by the members of Team Star will differ depending on the version of the game you play. So I'm assuming they're probably just like different colors or something depending on if you get Scarlet or Violet. But okay, the auto battles that they were talking about earlier, where you can send your Pokemon off to do auto battles, is making a little bit more sense now. And that's what we saw in the trailer too, is where the evil team literally sends out like groups of Pokemon, similar to like, I don't know, the game that comes to mind for me is literally like Halo, because like you get waves of like the Covenant coming at you that you have to defeat. So it's like they're sending waves of Pokemon at you. So you have multiple of your own Pokemon fighting them, and that way you don't have to like try and attack each one individually. Like your Pokemon just goes for it and hopefully they survive, I guess. But that's kind of cool. Okay, so you control multiple Pokemon at once, and you engage in like big group battles and try to defeat the grunts before you can face the big boss at the end, which I'm assuming they're all on like these big car things. So take on bosses riding their Starmobiles. They're called Starmobiles. Wow, amazing name. Once you overcome the waves of Team Star grunts, their boss will appear in a custom car called the Starmobile. It seems that during your Pokemon battles with these bosses, the Starmobile itself will get in your way. Oh. Take down each squad's boss by defeating their party Pokemon and their Starmobiles. Oh wait, what the heck? Okay, so you have to fight the car and you have to fight the Pokemon. So, wow, okay, so I guess you're gonna have to basically decide if you want to attack the car or if you want to attack the Pokemon. Like, you have to like prioritize, which that's a really cool concept. Okay, cool. So you have to destroy two things. One, does the car attack you though? It says it gets in your way, but like, is it gonna come after your Pokemon? That's interesting. Is it a Pokemon itself? I feel like there's like an eye. Look at how little Playcuckoo He's so small. I'm crying. Okay. Mela, boss of the Shedder Squad. I have no idea if that's how that's pronounced. AKA Team Star's Fire Crew. Mela is the boss of Team Star's Fire Crew, the Shedder Squad. As the team's best all-arounder, Mela fixes any and every problem thrown in her way. Though her methods are heavy-handed, she leaves a forceful and gruff impression, but her steadfast devotion to completing anything she puts her mind to has earned her the trust of her teammates. Okay, boss girl. I actually really like her design. I think she looks really cool. I like her hair and I like her makeup. She's giving very much like alt vibes, but I think that's basically all the information that we got so far based off of that trailer. Besides the fact that they did drop a new Switch OLED that's exclusive to the Scarlet and Violet games, which to be completely honest, out of all the Switches that they've come out with, this one is like the most like intricate in design. I actually really like it. I feel like they really put a lot of thought into it, and I like that the little Joy-Cons are Scarlet and Violet colored. I think that's cute, and they have the little school emblems on them. So the back of the Switch looks really cool, but I also love the way that the legendaries look on the front of the Switch. I just feel like they look really cool on there, but yeah, that's basically all of the new info that we have on the game this far. Let me know if you guys are gonna get the new Switch OLED with the Scarlet and Violet artwork on it, and let me know what you guys think so far of the game. I feel like we've gotten a lot of like steady information over the past few months, which I love, and I also love that they're still keeping a lot of things kind of shrouded in mystery so that they're not putting all of their cards on the table before the game's even released. But I'm excited. I'm glad that we got at least a little bit more info from the website than we did in the trailer. But the more information that we keep getting on this game, the more it makes me actually want to play the game. But now I'm like super torn between whether I want to play Violet or Scarlet first, since I did pre-order both. But I'm excited. Hopefully you guys enjoyed this video and have a better understanding of everything that they threw at us in the 3-minute trailer and are just as excited for the new games as I am, and I will see you guys in the next video. Love you.